Yeah, in the search to find some playable Cataclysm Class Set cards, I've now moved on to Druid and Bashana Rune Totem. This legendary has the potential to do some big swingy stuff, creating these super cheap treants that can have big spells carved into them. So you kind of take a bit of a down moment or turn with Bashana, but then have a big blow up, possibly with up to 3 treants, doing some big cheesy stuff. And I thought Merithra Druid might be a good place to experiment with Bashana, a deck that has enough flexibility. You can kind of just toss her in here. You know, it's got ramp in the mix as well, so you can get up to that 7 cost play a little bit sooner. Hopefully you don't die in the meantime, and then you get the big play off of the little treants. Now I also put in the Wizened Wild Speaker, the Cultivating Sprite, and the Tranquil Clearing from the class set. I think, you know, this is a few cards too many. It might have hurt this deck a little more than I wanted, because Merithra Druid's a solid meta option right now. Nothing crazy, but solid. I think probably every single card I added made this deck a little bit worse. They weren't terrible. Cultivating Sprite, creating the bulb had some cool moments, right? There was like some fun stuff you could do with the bulb. You know, Bashana is really hard to play, but can create some swings. I did like Wizened Wild Speaker the best. I felt like there were some cool chains possible with this one, where you play this into a Broodmother, into something else, and you get these really big swings in the mid game, especially if you kind of get this out early via Acceleration or Innervate or whatever. So that one seemed the most fitting and most powerful to me. The rest were a little more shaky in my mind. That said, I still had a decent run with this deck. I went exactly 3-3, which, I mean, that's not great, but it's, you know, it's a tier 2 deck anyway, or tier 3 deck, I think, in some cases. So it's not bad. Like, you can live with that for a tier 3 deck right now at Diamond and Legend. So you know, that's an okay result. I don't think I absolutely killed the deck with these changes. That said, I don't think any of these cards are coming along to really shake things up either and build out a more powerful version of what Druid was already doing. So some cards to keep an eye on, maybe with more ramp, different decks show up. Yeah, I think these have a shot, just nothing that stands out as crazy powerful right now. Well, where is my deck tracker? I had to reboot my PC. Deck tracker's not here. I need your help, deck tracker. Show me the way on the mulligans, man. I'm keeping a Mirdrasil. I'm tossing the new guy. Get out of here, new guy. You're not good enough. I don't trust you. Hey, there's the new guy, the Tranquil Clearing. This is just tree location deck. That's it. Thought we'd try this. I figured we got a lot of these like big 12 health dragons sometimes that feel a little weird to play. Like sometimes I'm always like, I just don't know if I can play Ysera safely, and it's like, well, what if your Ysera was a 14 health taunt? Maybe Ysera's a little safer in that case, right? That's the idea here. So started with the Merithra Druid deck, tweaked it a little bit, worried about the Wizened Wild Speaker too, frankly, just because, like, I don't know. Cultivating Sprite in theory I think is pretty cool. Is not a good card in my mind, but cool maybe. Here we'll go Mirdrasil on 5. That looks nice. We like it. Stadium announcer, pretty high pressure. What do we get? We get the garbage Cinder Sword versus They're keeping that. That's a keep. 20 damage off your 4-drop, dude. Oh, so crazy. Actually so nuts. This card's really underrated. I think I don't even know if it's underrated because it's been played in one of the better decks, but I mean it's still underrated a little bit, I think. Actually, yeah, I think that's right. It's okay. Yeah, we like spells. Wizened Wild Speaker also works pretty well next turn. Do we go Innervate Horn here? Can kind of go to a Thunder or a Thunder King. That actually sounds like a sick card, the Thunder King. But you almost don't want to give it to them in Frostmourne, you know? Wizened Wild Speaker would be a little happier to give to them, although I wouldn't still be probably super excited about it. I don't think I want to play that. I'm just going to figure out something to do here. Hybridization. 1 cost minion, no. 2 cost minion, yes. 3 cost minion, yes. 4 cost minion, yes. I guess. I feel like we're already so far behind. The opponent has basically played 1 card, and I feel like I am dead. That's the annoying part, right? The Frostmourne's just so gross that you already feel dead. Yeah, there goes my guy. Lightning bolt's okay, but I don't really want to deal with overload. That said, I don't know if I can just keep taking 10 here forever. I mean, yeah, it's definitely this guy, right? It's definitely this guy. I think you're just playing the hybridization as well, and probably playing the lightning bolt. Double ebb and flow, you don't really need yet. Like, we can just do this for now. Lightning bolt for now. I think you go ahead and push it to 9 as well, because why not? Ooh. Dang, dude. Yes. Yes. All good plays. I think the overload's okay still. Let's push it to 9, because why not? Next turn, we're gaining armor and extra mana again. I'm assuming they can still push through this, right? You know, various ways, I'm sure. But worst case, they get a 3/7 taunt. I mean, that's a pretty bad case, to be honest. That's not good. Maybe they just, like, torch it or something instead. Yeah, torch instead. I don't think I've ever actually seen a torch not get added back to hand. It's kind of wild to think about. Good news is it's kind of a passive turn here, actually. Yeah, this could be a lot worse. Still don't want to go into any Underking stuff, I don't think. So maybe we go Broodmother. Right, that's gonna give the Treant some well, no, not quite yet. Still at 1, I guess. Maybe you go ebb and flow, but I just don't really want to. But I'm not even fully refreshing here yet. I mean, I definitely need armor, so it's fine. Let's start here and draw 2, see what we find, right? This pushes us back to 5. Horn of Plenty and another Brood Watcher. Okay, yeah. That's 3 left, but I need to... I only have 2 after that. Is there any, like, Innervate here that gets you to a Brood Watcher? Oh, well, Treant does anyway. I don't actually need Innervate. I forgot Treant gives you the mana currently, too. I realized as I went to play it. But Innervate gets us to Ysera next turn, so I think this is still okay. I don't know if throwing out just 1 3/3 is right or not, but it's like a pretty good counter swing, right? I almost wish I could just nix this location for a 3/3 right now, right? Just get rid of it. Card draw on the Loot Hoarder also is, I think, pretty good for a 2-drop. I don't mind that, even if it dies for free to, like, Volcano stuff. So next turn we go Ysera into Brood Watcher. Oh, no, we can't do that. Ysera into Ebb and Flow, maybe? Ysera Taunt, like we said. Again, they're going to get some upside on this, but it's okay. Hopefully nothing too crazy, right? Also, they might just feel like they want to go face again, too. At the moment, I don't think this had anything, right? Everything else died to... Yeah, they're just going face mostly. Which, you know, we can kind of deal with that a little bit, actually. Like, face is not great, but we have more life gain with Ebb and Flow, which we can play after Ysera. Could even do, like, a Hero Power, something we really felt we had to. Gonna have a 14 health taunt on board as well, so, like, you know, the next swing's not really a big commitment either. This is all working out all right. I think this could be so much worse. Depth's used for removal there. They did not farm a lot of value off this Frostmourne is the nice thing, right? It's like we said, Innervate Ysera. Do we hit this with our face? Or just Ebb and Flow? Probably just Ebb and Flow, right? Others get put on the bottom. It is kind of a relevant thing to think about. Now that the weapon's almost gone, Underking seems quite good, and I don't mind Dark Scaler, the other dude, being on the bottom. So that's nice. I'll still have not used this weapon, but I just don't think we need to yet. So they might get a Ysera out of their weapon here, but I would say it's not that trivial. Torch, you need to damage first and then hit. So if they had some kind of ping effect, yeah, they could, but neither location's currently active. I mean, I feel okay about this right now. Yeah. Cursory Strike is that sort of ping effect, but it's going face. Wow. Absolutely zero fear here, man. That I mean, I feel like I would have hit the 4-2 probably, but like that's insane, dude. That's crazy. Just no fear. And I really already feel like I am so happy about the dang Tranquil clearing. Like I wasn't sure that was going to feel like a good thing to do, but now I'm so pumped. Now this feels a lot better as well. Let's spend some mana first, and then we get to hit a Merithra to refresh 3. Like we are just off to the races now, man. Shaladrasil, Wizened Woodspeaker does not refresh for us here. He probably won't very often from here on out either, frankly. Let's go ahead and just create some space for our guy here, the Brood Boy. This doesn't leave me a lot else to do. Maybe we go wave shaping first. See what we find. Ooh, Bashana I think is actually safe right now too. Yeah, let's do that. Bashana's pretty sweet. We're not going to get a lot of great windows for Bashana, so I think we take him here. See what we get off our treants. Carve that spell. Hybridization again. Hybridization again. And moss binding. I'm not in love with the hybridizations. I just don't have that many things left to draw. Darkscale Broodmother and Cultivating Sprite are literally it. Well, that's not so great. We'll also acknowledge I'm kind of running out of time here a little bit. Like we're weirdly pushing towards fatigue, but this was a terrible result. I mean, I guess this is pretty cool. Like, you know, that's going to be a potentially monster turn, I suppose. This is a good trade for us if we want, but like I said, I do kind of need to start turning the corner a little bit on face as well. So maybe we just take the rush one and just play this guy. Could literally just play this guy as well, though. Like, are they ever going to be able to answer these dudes? Those were great, great volcano hits for us. Sanguine Depths does make me burn a card if it wants to, but it chooses not to. Okay, interesting. Maybe we just spend our entire... Yeah, I don't think the opponent has an answer to this, right? I think you just spend your entire turn on this. Again, we do burn a card potentially, I guess. Maybe I could just play this first for a slight decrease in efficiency, but ultimately still a very... very big set of moss binding boys. Yeah, I think we can take one more trade turn now that we have these giant dudes, right? Like we just take one more to get really safe here. I think everything else starts going face, basically. So now we're at 8. If they kill here, we draw to 9 and then draw to 10, so we don't lose any value. Not even really sure what exactly we'd want to see. Maybe, I mean, I guess Merithra at some point, right? Wow, thankfully the 12-13s do not get played. They get summoned, so the Chronolord Epoch does not answer those. The opponent perhaps was surprised by that fact. A little confusing, I guess, but maybe just didn't have anything else to do, and we're just having fun there, throwing it away. That was a good win. I really liked that. The new cards were actually both kind of impactful. Bashana, well, all of them. Bashana, the Wizened, and the location even felt relevant to me, so... really good showing. That was kind of perfect. All right, I'm definitely gonna keep Cultivating Sprite. I don't think we keep Tranquil Clearing because I think it's just a bad card. Like, well, you put it in the deck, bro. I did. That's what testing is all about, right? You must play the new cards to know the new cards. You must read the card. Reading the card explains the card. I hate that. I hate that. I hate when people say that, because it is such a gross oversimplification of why most people get confused with card text. And let me tell you, from writing my own unit text, there are 1,000 things you can get wrong and can go weird. Trust me. Writing descriptions of things is very, very challenging. Horn of Plenty is not challenging. That's a good 2 cosplay. Shaladrasil here? Yeah, I mean, I got some stuff to do, so I'm like tempted. Like 6 cost Shaladrasil with Underking in hand just looks really, really spicy. I think there's actually maybe a world sometimes when you play this on turn 6 too. It just depends a little bit on how fast this. Ooh, this looks like maybe a slightly slower paladin plan. Imbue stuff probably, right? So that's maybe a good decision here. Yeah. Ooh, the wizened wild speaker. I don't think we like Broodmother hero power better, but it's up for debate. I just want to get this thing cooking as soon as possible, right? I think even a 3 or 4 could be amazing. I think 9 is where I really want to go, but like if the game goes that long, we're probably in a good spot anyway, so maybe not a big thing. Do we skip a minion next turn just to make wizened way better on turn 5? You could just go your blooming bulb already, honestly, just to make your wizened really good next turn. You know what? I'm gonna do it. We're ripping it. I don't care. That's a good start if it doesn't hit my dude. Nice. Cursed chains. Amazing. No, I should have attacked first. It's so hard to know though, because you know, it could backfire. Oh man. Good news is like this 3-1's still pretty annoying. Like I don't know. They're not gonna kill it, I guess, though, right? So maybe it's really not that important, I suppose. Good news is we can go wizened into brood into hero power, I guess. That's pretty nice. Kill it for me for some insane reason. Do it. Pop your shield. Do it. Do it. No. You're too good. You're too smart. You're too smart. I love this turn, by the way. This is such a cool turn every time. The problem is, what the heck are we doing next turn? Shaladrasil Dream worth it, man? Like, I don't think so, right? Are you gonna be alive if you go under King Shaladrasil? I mean, I guess there's not that much pressure on board right now, to be honest. Ugh. What's that giving him? Another one of these, maybe? Another treasure gill. Okay. I guess it's not actually imbue, it's more dude, huh? Convalescence, but the board is full. Oh, they didn't trade in first. Ah, really nice. Wow, that's a big save there, dude. That makes a huge difference this game, I think. Holy crap, that's a big deal. I wish this thing had it does have taunt. It does have the taunt. It has the taunt dark gift. I didn't even know. That's such good news. Oh, I'm so pumped. I'm so pumped. It has the taunt target, which, you know, the health goes with it. So obviously if I looked at the health, we'd know, but I am just so relieved. So now we have Under King, which gives me some real time. And then we have Shaladrasil on 8, where you can play like Corrupted Awakening. You could play, I mean, Corrupted Dream if you need to, but you probably don't need to, honestly. Like, oh, we are cooking now, dude. We're cooking with gas. You could also go Nerylix Ysera on 8 to make a play, but I don't know if you need to do that. Oh, dude, I feel like them missing that convalescence is such a big difference maker. That is really terrifying, though. That's just so much pressure again. Extra health, I'm not as worried about actually as like extra attack, I guess. I can also kill the 6/2 if I want, just to really ramp my armor, or I can go for value trades. I think you kind of need to just really push your armor, right? Let's see, we're at 23. If I just like kill Finns, how much damage do they have? 8, 10, 14. That's actually probably okay, right? Just go for the value trade here, but it's like, do I just need to kill this? Like, I don't necessarily. I'd almost rather them trade in some Divine Shield so that my Shaladrasil gets better, right? Like, you know, that's something that dies to the Ysera thingy. So I think that's okay. Oh, that's a lot of damage again. But like I said, I can, yeah, if they trade in a Divine Shield, that dies anyway. And then I can maybe dream one of the other 3/4s, but that's only if I'm worried about being dead. I don't think we're going to be, well, I don't know. There's going to be 9 and we're at 12. Or no, there's going to be, yeah, there's going to be 9, 3, 3, and 3. I might have to dream a 3/4. I don't know. That sort of sucks, but, acceleration, or also I have a hand size problem too, don't I? I go Nerylix Ysera into Tranquil Clearing. Is 14 health enough? You could also maybe freeze the 6-2, but that's worse. There's no way that's better. $14 health. That put me at functionally 26. I'm pretty sure lives. Oh god, I don't know about this, man. This is so scary. This is so scary, dude. I don't know about this, man. There's just no world where freezing is better, right? 14 health is more than 6. I mean, this is the plan for this tranquil clearing, right? Like, this was the whole point, is like, I'm just gonna make my Ysera a taunt. Hopefully they don't have any kind of removal, you know, like an equality just murders us, that sort of thing. I need them to be trading into this. There's also really, this is like 8 damage or more, right? Yeah, actually they also have this, which is also going to be another hit of damage. I mean, I think technically we're alive, but I don't know how to stay alive next turn either, you know? Oh, actually, I guess that the fact that that gives Divine Shield does buy me some time, actually, weirdly, on this this Leper Gnome Death Rattle, basically. So next turn, we can make a monster turn out of this, but, like, we need, like, you know, taunt or life gain, like some other high impact play. Are we still dead here? No, they're trading in. I love to see that. Wow, that's good news. They had like 8 or something, didn't they? I don't remember what actually is attacked. These two haven't attacked yet, maybe, right? Did they have like 9 even, dude? But they're deciding to kill the Naralax lest things snowball out of control. Okay. I think that feels like good news to me. Oh, that's great. We can just clear all of that. That's fine. Nas Dormu off the Whelp is pretty cool. Okay. So I'm feeling so much better now, dude. We get the better Shaladrisil. We get to wipe the board here with Corrupted Awakening. We are taking, again, 2 more damage, but I think that's okay. I don't expect like 6 to our face any point, right? Could hero power, I suppose. Or I could just go for the win. Does this give us the win? Yeah, it does set up for the win. Do they have any way to deal 6 to face? There's no way, right? Like, there's no way. This just sets us up for the win, right? Like, there's just no way. I would taunt this if I could, but I can't. There is no chance they have 6 damage to face, right? It's just going to be develop a board. That stops the win. Oh, no, it doesn't. We have Dream. No, that doesn't stop the win. We have Dream. That doesn't stop the win. Oh, that plus idiot stops the win, I guess, huh? Man, we can only dream one of those, which means I can't. This is a rush minion, but oh, rush plus hero power is 9. Hold up, no, we're good. We're good. We're good. We're good. We're still good. Rush is great. We went for the win, guys. Let's go. We're geniuses. Nice little win, man. Yeah, I didn't get to play Bashana, but I did get to do some cool stuff still. You know, we got to use some of the new cards. I think the margins were so tight that game. There was a few things the opponent did that might have kept us in it. That you know, I don't know. If you played that game with the exact same draws 5 times, and the opponent played things a little bit differently, that might be the 1 out of 5 we win, if that makes sense. You know, like, I'm glad we found some lines and found some outs in that game in a proper timeline, but kind of iffy, I'd say. Just like kind of a shaky one, right? But still pretty cool. I sort of like Tranquil Clearing, but at the same time, we don't need it, right? We don't need it. Horn of Plenty, I don't know. I don't hate it. We timed out, so I guess we hate it. I wasn't sure yet. Oh, sick, I'm Cthulhu. Was Cthulhu free? Why do I have this? I don't ever buy or get cosmetics in any of my games. This must just have been free, or maybe Blizzard gave us codes, or I honestly just don't even know, dude. I engage so little with cosmetics. I don't even know how they work. Same thing with Marvel Snap. I just have no idea what's going on with Marvel Snap cosmetics ever. A lot of token development here. It looks like some aggro-y stuff. We got Shatter in hand up there. That's really, really spooky always. It's actually playable next turn, maybe. No, maybe not. Only they had a Wisp or something, I guess. We can actually go for Wizened next turn. We can actually go Wizened into Darkscale into Acceleration Aura, right? That's gonna be kind of nuts, actually. The refresh crew, dude. I like this. I like this a lot. The second Darkscale is not gonna be so interesting, but this is really a cool turn, man. This is actually a sick, and it's so good for Broodwatcher too. Holy crap, this is such a sick turn, dude. I actually cannot believe how sick this turn is. I don't think you go for hero power, do you? Man, part of me actually thinks it's not that bad because, you know, you just got a body here. Dude, that is so much. Like, that's turn 3, dog. I just summoned 7/10 in stats. And developed another, you know, accelerating aura. Unfortunately, Torith is the worst thing that's ever happened. I'm not happy about Torith here. So I guess you probably just go Broodwatcher, Ebb and Flow. Hero power also does feel relevant. Because you could kill the Torith this turn, right? I guess you just go hero power then, right? Because I think it's too valuable. So hero power. Hit. Like, you just gotta kill Torith. It sucks. It's really annoying. But you just have to. I think we just instantly lose this game if that starts to snowball, especially if they have like a Nozdormu. I mean, honestly, if they have Nozdormu, we probably lose the game anyway. So there's a reasonable argument to say, well, like, why bother? Like, it doesn't matter, but I just think you can't let that snowball out of control. It's like crazy how much heat is already in this game, and it's turn 4, dude. Like, how much stuff has happened already? Because of these freaking acceleration auras, right? You just get so much stuff done. It's crazy the heat in the game right now. I need cards that are good. Unfortunately, I don't have any. Yeah, I mean, that guy's gonna be turned off for a minute. He was super good earlier, but I think he gets worse and worse as the game wears on, because, like, obviously as we go, we're just more and more likely to want to play, you know, minion. Like, our deck's got a lot of late game minions. We're gonna want to be playing them. But, you know, there are like entire turn outs. Shaladrisil, Amirdrasil, Regisasil, Gardasil. Gardasil's like a medicine or something, isn't it? What is that? I feel like I got just making up Asils. Gardasil. HPV vaccine. There you go, Gardasil. That's what we need. Amirdrasil, I called it. Perfect work. I need a 3-cost card here. Cultivating Sprite. All of that honestly feels like it's gonna be too little too late. This also feels like too little too late. Yeah, everything's just dying. We're dying. Opponent's dying. I'm dying. Everybody. Gardasil's dying. Cthulhu's dying. I think we're just cooked. Very dead. Oh, cool. As if we weren't more dead. Man, it's crazy how strong of an opener we had this game, and we just got absolutely ruined. It made no difference. You know what I mean? We actually had a legit crazy game. I honestly think that's right, isn't it? Underking, I can't play you. Tranquil Clearing, I guess I can technically play you. But we are obviously very dead anyway, right? I don't think Shaladrisil ever saves us, does it? Can't hero power the 7/9. Just very dead. I mean, we had, like, our turn 3-4 was just cracked. Like I said, I think I had a 7/10 on turn 3 in total stat output. A lot of that behind a big taunt. And it just wasn't even remotely close to keeping up in this game. Paladin just does silly stuff when it hits. Just absolutely silly stuff. I'm not saying we had like the perfect opener necessarily. You know, I think there's some other cards that could have filled in the gaps a little better maybe, but just to have that crazy of a development and just, you know, you'd expect the game to at least be close. I think wasn't even close. Just murdered, just absolutely murdered. All right, definitely keep an aura. Everything else can go. It is weird to have 2-drops that you don't want in your mulligan. That seems kind of wrong, but I don't know. I mean, I'm definitely just testing new cards, so it might very well just be very wrong. We like Underking. We like Bashana, maybe. Turn 8 Bashana seems like it could have some pretty big plays. Both this and that other Druid card are both kind of like 7 man. Like it's crazy how similar that is to how similar this card is to that Druid card we just got. I never really thought about that until right now. It's so similar to is that guy even 8 mana? How much does that guy cost? Why don't I see him? I thought he was 7. 8, 6. Well, maybe he wasn't Cataclysm. Was he Time Ways? Yeah, he was Time Ways. Yeah, he's so similar to the Highborn Mentor. You know? Like not. They do, you know, they do distinct things. You know, like the kind of execution of the idea is different, but it's a very similar idea. A big 7 cost thing that generates you a little guy with a spell on it. You know, now their spell is like a more fixed pool. You get to discover it. It's from the past. Like there's a few distinctions, but like very, very similar mechanically speaking. Just kind of surprising. I do not have a good answer to this crazy early board, man. The bottom feeder's nuts. The Suspicious Usher's not bad. Like all of these having 3 health is really lucky for them. A lot of these come out at like 2-1, you know, and it's like, oh, just ping it down or whatever. But this is kind of terrifying. Next turn is probably just Horn. You might feel like you need to use an Ebb and Flow, because what the heck else will you do? Like, am I going to die if I don't, sort of thing. Hopefully they slow down a little bit here, you know. But Imbue Rogue can certainly generate a ton of value, so we will need to at some point stick a board and punch. Shaladrisil is not the draw we wanted, really. I guess you do this, but I'm not thrilled about it, man. Brood Mother, we don't even have a dragon. Brood Watcher is far off, but maybe I just play him next turn. I hate everything here, man. I hate everything. Dang, dude. I really don't want to play a Yeti. What would I even top deck next turn that's exciting? Nothing. There's nothing. I guess a Mirdrasil is the best. Maybe Wizened Wild Speaker would actually be pretty legit, but I don't even really have a good follow-up card. I would Hero Power, I think. But I just wouldn't mind the taunt. The acceleration order here is really not helping us get to Underking either. I think we're coming short on that, so we're just kind of taking 4 every turn, or 6 before. Maybe they don't do much. Don't do much. Okay, thank God the opponent's had a pretty bad start here. Tranquil Clearing is not it right now. I honestly don't. I mean, this is a fine thing to do, I guess. Or play 2 of those next turn maybe is fine too. We're going to 6 next turn. An Innervate off the top would actually be pretty sweet. If the opponent didn't do anything else next turn, if I didn't figure I was dead, I'd probably go Bashana in that case, right? If you thought you had enough health to get through. Because then you could go Bashana, Minion, Underking the following turn and hope to have a big swingy play there too. Okay, not the craziest development again, actually. I'm feeling a little bit okay. Innervate would actually be a legit... Oh, I'm a genius! Okay, I'm taking a risk here, man. We're taking a big time risk here. We're not dead ever, I don't think, but I need a good set of dudes, maybe. Spears of the Forest could give us Taunt. Thunderquake, pretty cheap. Flipper Friends, also Taunt or Rush to clear, maybe. I can live with those, man. Yeah, I forgot I'm not playing Underking next turn because I don't have anywhere remotely enough enough mana for that. But I like my treant options, actually. We can clear a little bit. We don't actually have any life gain, I guess, but taunts are still good. God, we're almost dead, though. Good lord, we're almost dead. Am I gonna make it to the Underkings, guys? Oh god, we're almost dead. This was so risky, dude. Oh, I don't know. I don't know. Deal 1 to all is pretty legit, though. Oh god. At least it wasn't Kindreded. I'd almost be dead. Is that worth the trouble? I don't know. I'm too lazy. Too lazy to figure it out. So we're gonna trade this in, right? We're gonna go... I sort of want to go Flipper Friends Taunt, maybe, but I guess I can go this taunt too. So I guess you go Flipper Friends Rush, even though you're gonna lose a spot here, I suppose. Okay, it doesn't let me pick. Okay, well that solved that question. That's we maybe that's fine. We learned something. Does that mean this also? I mean, well, it's not gonna let me pick this either then, I guess. Kind of thought it might still. I mean, I guess auto casted spells, that sort of tracks, but I also am for some reason surprised. I don't know. I hope to God I'm not dead here, man. 6 health and taunt, 7 health to face. I mean, in theory we're okay. And then Underking can stabilize us. Sinestra is probably actually okay, right? Most of these spells won't actually be cheap enough to be played, or if they are, they're just really cheap small spells anyway. So they may not. That's good. Those aren't going face. Oh my god, are we gonna stabilize this game, guys? Wait, do we have lethal? Hold up. 8, 16, 18. It's just lethal, dude. No way, dude. No way, dude. No way. It's giga lethal, dude. It's giga lethal. Wow. The Bashana swing, dude. It's real. The risk we took pays off in spades, actually. Crazy. Okay, I like it. That's actually pretty sweet, man. Yeah, these are fine together, I guess, according to this anyway. I think Tranquil Clearing is honestly not that bad, but probably something we want more like weave in the mid game to, you know, give taunt to Ysera or whatever. Not something you really want to play like on turn 2 specifically, you know. So need to spend 4. Wave shaping on 1. We find the Cultivating Sprite early. Yeah, that's a card I definitely want to play earlier rather than later. So that would be perfect. I wish I could coin it, actually. That would be dreamy as well. That would be really, really nice. Sorry, guys. I had to write a little message real quick. Ysera, yeah. No, let's wait. Okay. Cultivating Sprite definitely still on 3. Fellwood on 4. Horn of Plenty, not it. Yeah, we want this ASAP. Cultivating Sprite, Blooming Bulb. I think this is really, really sick at 9. If you get it to 9, I think it's like there's only 2 spells in the entire pool, and they're both pretty good. You basically draw cards, heal, and summon a monster board. And you could get the either draw 4 or because I think it'll repeat. I think you could even do better than that, right? So definitely playing a Fellwood Treant here. I do not think you're playing your bulb yet, even though you can. I think you just go Horn of Plenty and figure something out. 3-cost spell here would be playable immediately. Ebb and Flow against a fellow Druid. I almost feel like... I don't know. I feel like I don't really need that against Druid necessarily. I think you just take like card draw here. I don't know. They're ahead on an Amir Drasil already. Crazy turn 3 Amir Drasil is pretty spooky, to be honest. We're gonna need some big Blooming Bulb action to feel great here. I don't usually wait on my Amir Drasil, by the way. Like, they waited a whole turn on it. I kind of get it. Like, if you don't have a way to utilize the refreshed mana the same turn you play it, then you don't want to waste that refresh. But I think getting to the third step or whatever sooner creates so much, you know, a whole turn of difference on the next two steps, right? To me, it's like, who cares if I waste one? I also just get a little tempo on board. I mean, that might depend on the matchup a little bit. I don't know what is statistically correct, but in my mind, I just want to accelerate that, you know, that second and third hit is where it gets really good. I think next turn you want to innervate Naralax into Ysera, right? So I don't think you want to innervate here, but that means you're doing nothing. Nothing this turn. I guess I draw a minion here. There's quite a few minions we can play, but spells are maybe harder to fill the turn sometimes. You get like Acceleration Aura or something. But if I get like a Brood Watcher or something, am I playing it? No, I called it. Oh, man. Are the 3/3 whelps? They probably cost 3, don't they? I honestly don't know because I've never played this when it hasn't summoned them. I think I'm playing a Yeti here, though, to be honest. I think it's fine. They are 3 indeed. I think it's fine. Just play the Yeti. It's kind of, it is actually kind of crazy to think that once upon a time, Druid was playing Yetis exactly like this. Honestly, but without this crazy effect, right? Oh, excuse me. They do their Under King. That's fine. Like we said, I think we're going Naralax Ysera to just get ahead a bunch here. Did I have 2 innervates last turn, guys? Guys, did I have 2 innervates last turn? Guys? Had I done this last turn? Not even saying it's technically right, you know, sometimes spreading things out's better, but I sure don't remember having a second innervate, but it's there in hand. I only drew a minion, right? I don't know, man. That's pretty spooky. I guess a hero power can get through to Naralax, but I don't really care that much about the Naralax. I have enough mana now that it's just like, well, just play dudes. Ebb and flow. They don't even hero power, sure. Sarah's chilling. What a hit here off the Merithra, by the way. Good God, man. It's a baller move. Yeah, this looks pretty clean for us anyway. I wish we could kill this 5/5, but it's all good. Really clean math otherwise, right? Ysera to face is fine. They're way ahead of us on health right now, but hopefully the Blooming Bulb makes a big play when it gets up to 9 and fills my hand and makes me a crazy board, right? We are also just kind of ahead on board for now. That said, you know, the opponent hasn't played some powerful stuff. Like, they're going to have powerful things to do. I don't know if they're going to have stuff like Bashana, obviously our Cultivating Sprite. I don't expect them to have, but you never know. Oh boy, this is a very, very dead hand. Man, oh man, I'm just not hitting any big stuff or any generation here. A Merithra draw. Horn of Plenty generation. Wave shaping. Do I have to play this just to have something to do here, man? Boy, I'm not excited about it. I don't even know, like, there's so, like, God, there's just so many random things it could be, too, you know? I just don't have any idea. I'm gonna do it, I guess. I just don't think we can wait any longer, you know? I just need some, I need card draw. Really anything here, I don't know. Blizzard? Oh, really wish we'd checked that first. You never know, though. You just can't know. Second Blizzard, okay. Sure, man. Do I use these rush ones? It feels kind of wasted, to be honest. even a little bit of a board upgrade there. Okay, that double blizzard, and I'm glad we got these reborn dudes. Like, that's actually pretty sick. Even the poison dude honestly could be pretty troubling for them. I wish we, you know, you might say, well, Regis, you should have used the spell first, you idiot. But it's like, no, wait a minute, guys. That doesn't work, because what if we wipe our own board? I'm sure if we look at 6-cost spells, there's some real problems, like decimation in Warrior, you know? Like, you gotta be careful. If you're gonna play Cultivating Sprite, you probably need to study the spell pools a little bit and like make sure you're not screwing yourself, right? Decimation would have wiped us out. Eldritch Tentacles would have wiped us out. There are some other good things we could have gotten. I don't know if the Herald cards are in there, but Glaciate might have been decent. Get a big old 8-cost. A lot of things like Instant Multiverse. Moonwell would have been pretty good. There's actually quite a bit of AoE in the 6 slot. I wouldn't have minded a Best in Shell to summon some taunts. 2/7s aren't the most exciting though. I think we can't complain too much with where we landed. It also seems to have ruined the opponent somehow. They're tilted, I guess. I don't know. They went for a big board and I got double blizzard and they're mad. Maybe they just don't have an answer to this. Maybe the blizzards froze their phone. It overheated. I've heard a lot of bugs are like overheating or performance problems with Hearthstone, so that could actually legitimately be what it was. Dude, I think they just AFK'd. I'm not sure. Like, this board wasn't lethal. My hand is still just absolute utter garbage. I feel like whatever they had up there was probably a better go of it than they realized. I'm gonna say that. I don't, if they just conceded because they thought they were doomed, I don't think they should have. That was probably a winnable game for them still, given how bad I had a hand. And now a word from our sponsor. Yeah, did you know I've been using the exact same deck tracker for 8 years now? It's the Hearthstone deck tracker by hsreplay.net, and I use the legacy theme, which people always ask me about because they love the way it looks. But for real, I checked. My very first video using Hearthstone deck tracker was Quest Warlock in Journey to Unguro. Hey Regis, what is the card add-on you have in the background? This is Hearthstone deck tracker. That is an amazing run. You know, from day one, I've used it to remember which cards are in my deck, a surprisingly difficult thing to do when you're streaming. But nowadays, it has all of these just crazy advanced features. You can hover over any card to see its related cards or tokens it might generate, or just highlight any possible synergies from your deck, which is especially nice for tutored card draw. There are tons of live counters that help you keep up with your opponent's cards and win conditions. And for me personally, the Mulligan guide is super useful to plan your early turns. So yeah, if you somehow haven't downloaded Hearthstone deck tracker in the last 8 years of watching me, I think it's finally time to download it right now for free at hsreplay.net. You might even find a handsome fellow on their website.